Spiritual power. What is it? It is the power to manipulate the elements at will. Just by a very thought, the power comes from on high. Power directly from the supreme source. And that source is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
We're going to receive power that's greater than a gun. The kind of power we're talking about is if you come at us with your gun, we'll be able to go into your mind and make you shoot your own self with your gun. How about that? How about that? Huh? That's the kind of power that the men of the Lord, beginning with the elect, is going to receive. Spiritual power. Okay?
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord.
There ain't gonna be no one that gonna stand toe to toe with the Israelite in that day. There's no one. Any heathen that would even dare to think to step against us, we're gonna look at them and cause their body to implode. We're gonna be like a Kero. You know what I'm saying? You ever see that movie of Kero, man? There's certain animes where people have got powers where guys' heads are just fucking exploding around them. I gotta get you.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of there. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, we're at UMS Mississippi Camp coming with another weekly lesson. All right, dealing with the great American Psyop. You know, the brother, sent a video by this guy, Shaheed Bosman. Usually, respond to a few of his, interviews when he goes in, dealing with Western culture, especially here in America. All right. And he has some, insightful points, and it lines up with scriptures. All right. And people have no idea, that this whole American delusion, is a great psyops. Okay. To where people don't understand that their government has been in a Cold War with them for decades, man. Okay. Especially from the 60s until now. So you're talking about the last, 60 years, 60 plus years, major psyops have been going out in the earth, to engineer, a culture of degenerates, all right, simpletons, okay, and then freaks, man, and weirdos, man, okay, of people that are completely lost when it comes to reality and how things work. People have a false, perception when it comes to, the rest of the world. America has a real warped view of the rest of the world, and these devils have done these things to manipulate the masses, to this new world order, and ultimately to manipulate the masses to be easily destroyed, taking the juice, people are very violent towards each other, so their purge atmosphere, it's going to be easy to jump that off because people have been on the psyops, to be violent, to hate one another, to be narcissistic, and so forth and so on, so I want to get this definition of psyop. All right, and then I got one precept, and then we'll get into the video. Any brother has something, another point to make? Did I get this? So you go here, all right, to psyop meaning. Okay, it breaks it down in the AI overview. It says psyop is an abbreviation for psychological operations. Okay, psychological operations, military operations designed to influence the emotions, the motivations, and objective reasoning of target audiences to achieve specific objectives, man. You see? And this is why, like when you have certain movements, like the feminist movement, who do they use? They use CIA operatives. Okay, even with gangster rap, a lot of these guys, the NWA, Tupac, these guys were CIA operatives, man. Which means they was taught and coached up, okay, and used, okay, for to influence the emotions, the motivations, and object reasoning of a target audience, man. Okay, so when we see a lot of these people, these characters on TV, even these so-called movements and this and that, all right, the CIA, okay, be cultivating these certain individuals and characters and placing them, on the screen, okay, and it can be control opposition or it can just be, a weirdo or whatever it might be, you know. But we have to understand that the CIA, all right, the Pentagon, has a major part of what goes on these news programs, man, and what goes on TV, Hollywood. The Pentagon has a budget, for making movies every year to push certain propaganda. Okay, so the American masses have been under psychological, all right, attacks, for decades, man. Okay, and you mix that with the terrible diet, which is a chemical attack. Okay, you mix it with the drugs, which is another chemical attack. You see, and the psychological attack. So people are finished out here, man. Okay, now you go into purpose of psyops. It says psyops aims to shape the perspectives and behaviors of individuals, groups, or government to support military or strategic goals. Methods. This is achieved through the strategic dissemination of information, propaganda, or other psychological techniques. PSYOP, all right, can involve a variety of activities, including propaganda, spreading information to sway public opinion, deliberately spreading false or misleading information, using communication and other tactics to subtly shape the actions of others. Okay, and we've seen this heavily, all right, in America, man. Okay, with psyops, So let me get this one precept, and then we get into the lesson. So I already got it pulled up. So this is the book of Sirach, all right, 25 and 13. It says, give. It says, it says,
I
give
got you,
me
bro.
any plague. I read, bro, since you can go to. Yeah, it said, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. You know, so the scriptures, go into give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which of the mind. Okay, and these devils, have used, their media, entertainment, educational system, okay, to plague the minds of the masses, man. That's why it's to the point now, that you can barely, have a casual conversation with most people, because their reasoning is so, warped and thrown off, okay, based on all these psyops, okay, and trauma, okay, from American culture, man. You know, um, uh, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the video if my brother didn't have none, and we'll go from there.
I got some.
What you got, bro?
Can you give me Matthew chapter 15, verse 14?
All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 14. It said, "Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch."
Con. And Esau, as you was getting into, has coached up these people, these plants to be leaders of these people. And these plants are blind. They have no idea what's going on. They just enjoying the benefits of their education. You know, they don't mind seeing their people fall. They don't mind causing someone else to fall in the ditch. As long as their life good, they're doing well, they will continue to lead others astray while being pulled on Esau's strings.
Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. Every leader, from Martin Luther King to Tupac to Lil Uzi Vert, Sexy Red, anyone that our people has considered a leader, has been hand picked, okay, groomed, all right, to lead Jake, farther into the system of the beast, you know. And even we Edomites, these different presidents and different politicians and these different Elon Musk, all these people, are used for psychological operations on the masses. And the big example of it is Trump right now. He's a major psyop, man. Okay, which has the people's emotions. Okay, and he shapes their reasoning to where there's things that they would try to do under the Biden administration, and it was rejected. But they do the same thing on the Trump, and it's accepted, it's applauded, So this man is a major, character, all right, for the New World Order to manage, all right, the transition to this new way of government, through major psyops. So I'm gonna let this play. We're gonna jump around. We'll play a few minutes, then jump up in a little bit. When the brothers got any precepts or points they want to make while I'm playing it, just let me know to stop.
Come.
I mean, didn't I tell you not to react to everything that Trump says? If you react to everything he says, you're going to have a nervous breakdown. You can't keep up. The man is a human flash grenade. The international OCGFC are going for broke. They're going for broke. It's like a shock and awe campaign against the post-World War II world order. Scorched earth. He's the disorienter in chief. A lot of people wanted me to respond to that obscene video that Trump shared on his social media platform, the AI-generated video that's supposed to show his vision of Gaza. Even though I've already said multiple times that you should never take anything that man says literally. Never take anything literally. I've already said that this whole so-called plan for Gaza was absurd. And it's nothing but a tactic for signaling to the GCC and to Egypt and so on that it's time to move forward with a workable plan for reconstruction. And that was essentially confirmed by Steve Witkoff a few days later when he said that Trump was just trying to get the leaders in the region talking, just trying to get them to talk and put together ideas for moving forward. But of course, it was a disgusting video. I mean, it was disgusting and pathetic. It was disgusting, pathetic, and it's the closest that they will ever come, the scenario ever existing in reality. This is what they can do now. This is all they can do now. They can create an AI virtual outcome because creating a real outcome is no longer within their capacity. It's no longer within their capability. It's like that crazy Egyptian a while back in Syria, who made an AI vision of an uprising in Egypt. It's the same. You are so disconnected from having any real world impact, any real world influence, Your imaginary dream scenarios can only be realized through AI, CGI, animation, what have you. So I wasn't going to respond to that anyway. Or anyway, I was deciding whether or not to respond to that grotesque video. And then there was the smackathon at the White House with Trump and Zelensky and JD Vance. See what I mean? It's shock and awe. Never leave enough time to process. Never leave enough time to deliberate or to analyze. Just pummel the collective consciousness with spectacles and dumpster fires to keep everyone not just distracted, but literally bewildered. You know, paralysis through an overload of weird, shocking behavior. And you know,
I want to just, I want y'all to hear him say this again. You know, he says paralysis through shock and weird behavior, and we even seeing that in Israel. You know, weird ass behavior, and you can't put it past that these guys are being used for psyops. These guys with fringes on, chief priests, you know, bishops, and all these. You can't put it past them that these guys are set up for psyops. Because if they're all right, because you gotta understand, if you're a 501c3 charter, you are a government agency. That means the leaders of that 501c3 charter organization are government agents. Okay, the same as FBI, CIA, MBN, ATF. Okay, if you're under that 501c3 charter, your leadership are government agents under that charter, man. Okay, so they're no different than these other government agents that they use for psyops, man. You know, but when he said that, it stuck out to me with that weird behavior because Jake and Israel and got weird as hell. You know, so let's let's let him say it again.
Vance. See what I mean? It's shock and awe. Never leave enough time to process. Never leave enough time to deliberate or to analyze. Just pummel the collective consciousness with spectacles and dumpster fires to keep everyone not just distracted, but literally bewildered. You know, paralysis through an overload of weird, shocking behavior. And you know, within this stampede,
Any brother has some? Come on, fast forward a minute. You want to go ahead and get some of them precepts, bro?
Come on, I can, bro. We can go into
What you want?
let's go with that Second Corinthians. You know, I'll get that one out. 2 Corinthians 2:11.
Okay, come. So. Second Corinthians, verse 2. It said, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah, we're able to expound on these things and bring these things out. And the spirit is allowing us to see this world and to see all these movements from a different eye. You know, we're able to see these different devices and see all the ignorance and see, and as the brother was going into in the beginning, you know, the psyops, you know, how these things go and ultimately how it all ties into prophecy.
Yep. And I'm reading NLTV on mine, brother. This
Go ahead, bro.
So this will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. You know.
Con, and I was gonna get you if you could grab that. So okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just expounding on what you going into, bro, because Jake don't know what a psyop is. Like you asked Jake, you know, what's a psyops? You know, Jake wouldn't know. You know, the nigga woman for damn sure don't know. So our people are so ignorant to how the devil gets down that they don't understand that they're constantly playing into the psyops, okay, of this devil. And this man is really on the left hand side controlling people's reactions, emotions, you know, their reasoning, their you know, their beliefs, their disbeliefs, their anger, their joy, you know, through these psychological operations, you know.
Can you get that word devices? Can you get that word devices in the blue letter? What you just said,
okay.
It really sparked a thought in the spirit, how you said people are so ignorant to it. So people are ignorant to the bigger picture of what Esau is trying to do. You know, when you look up that word, I'm waiting on you to get it. When you look at that word devices here in the blue letter, it goes into, you know, the things, you know, the mindset of Esau, you know. When you scroll down the water, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to say.
Strong's G 3540. Naima.
Mahima. You got it, bro.
God, people are ignorant too, and you see this like the mental perception, the thought, and that, you know, that overall evil purpose, you know, the mindset, and it said that which thinks, you know, the thoughts and the purposes. So they're ignorant until they're ignorant in how Esau even processes and does these things. You know, they're ignorant to the overall bigger picture of what Esau is trying to do. You know, Esau wants you to continue to work your ass. I was thinking you just gonna chase the bag, ultimately just to keep you distracted. You know, he wants you to sit here and be worried about, you know, what's going on with basketball and football and the games and everything like that. So people are ignorant to the devices of Esau, which goes into the purpose of what he's doing, that mental perception, you know, that thought, that plan of what he's trying to do.
Come on, bro. Yep, the evil purpose. You know, his mind. This how the devil thinks. You know, is all about deception, because he operates better when everyone is confused. You know, when everyone's divided, arguing. You know, because it keeps the pressure, you know, off him. It keeps people, you know, a bit too busy, you know, to keep up with him and his wickedness. Any brother had something else before we get to the next precept?
Come.
Ma, y'all have something? Y'all, I know they ain't heard nothing. They ain't got nothing yet.
Con, I got one you just read down through.
I'm gonna come back around to you.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay,
Go
con.
No, I'm talking to a lot. I know a lot got one, so I'm gonna come back around to him.
Oh,
Okay.
What you got? What you got, Ma?
Job 30 verses 1 down to verse 8.
It's the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 1. It said, but now they that are younger did not have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, you know, and you got to go into that period of what they call the dark ages, you know, when Esau, Edom, you know, was pushed off, you know, into the region, you know, we call Caucasus, you know, that region of even Ukraine today. You know, you could trace back to what they call the Khazarian Empire, you know, where these devils, you know, was removed from having any authority and ability to influence the earth, you know, and they were looked at as the lowest of men. You know, they had poor hygiene, all right. There was poor intellectual, okay. They had no manners. You see, they was beasts, you know. Verse 6 it says to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed under the nettles, they were gathered together. They were children of food, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
Con. And so you have to really look at these devils who are in control, man. And these are their forefathers, man. Low base men. Job wouldn't even allow them to be around the flock as a dog, man, because they were some weirdos. You know, you see it now. They have dealings with animals. You know, they're valid in the earth, man. And I mean, they completely weird. They disregard the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shai. And these are the people who are ruling, man. So when you look at this man in the position he in, being able to make laws, take away laws, you know, manipulate the system, bring forth all these different psyops. I was looking at a article the other day where, you know, the deal with the Tesla vehicles. You know, apparently George Soros is the ones pushing that narrative, man, getting people all disoriented. They shooting up Tesla dealerships, setting cars on fire, attacking people that driving Teslas. You know, this is all just a avenue of distraction to take away from what this devil is really doing, man. And like y'all getting into, people just ain't really taking heed to what's going on and understand there's a bigger play at hand. This devil is pushing to bring forth his NWO and implement that Karagma, man, that chip. You know, and these are man, these beast people, like you said, they had no hygiene, they had no morals. You know, the caveman did it basically. You know, brother, remember that video or that commercial? Even a caveman can do it. I think it was a Geico commercial. Well, this caveman is who's in power, man. A wild beast who has really no sense of structure. You know, he's constantly being covetous. He's taking resources from other countries. You know, but all this is what is his instrument to bring forth his NWO, man. You know what I'm saying? To go into these other countries off their leaders and set up their own they puns or, you know, flip the leaders already in these countries to set up, you know what I'm saying, um his way of functioning in society, man. And all this is doing is bringing the earth to a very low vibration, man, because, you know, he's anti-life. Nothing that he does is to bring forth life in society, man. He's a cancer of the earth. So everything he does is bringing forth destruction, man. And this is who's in rulership. And that's why the earth, the people are in the state that they're in, man. Because they have a ruler who doesn't have any morals, he doesn't have any integrity, and he doesn't have the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So therefore, he promotes wickedness in every aspect. That's all I got, bro.
Roger looked that up real quick because that was something new to me. It said FBI launches Tesla Threat Task Force. This is domestic terrorism. You see? So you see how, like you said, bro, they'll use, you know, certain events, all right, because, you know, they want to deem everyone that's against them in any type of way domestic terrorism. So they'll use, you know, they'll have this on repeat all throughout the news, okay, and make it seem as if, okay, now, you know, domestic terrorism is on the rise, you know, because you're against, you know, Tesla, which means you're against Trump. So now by default, you know, the Trump supporters, okay, are you know, their reaction, you know, is to be even more, you know, Trump, more pro-Trump and Elon, you know. So they got these key points. You want to read it real quick. It said the FBI has launched a new task force, all right, to investigate attacks targeting Tesla, the electric vehicle company headed by Trump administration on Doge chief Elon Musk. The announcement of the task force came hours after multiple incendiary devices were found at a Tesla showroom in Austin, Texas, the city where the company's headquarters is located. There have been at least 80 reported cases of vandalism or arson of Tesla vehicles in the United States and Canada, in addition to peaceful protests at Tesla showrooms, man. So, yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing, you know, but he just, and that's what Shaheed Bosman said, like, it's one thing after another. Like, you can't even finish processing, you know, one thing before they hit you with something else. You know, just one thing after the other, back to back. You know, so it's like, damn, what they on over here? You know, and it's all just have you paralyzed mentally to where you just, you know, scrambled, you know, in the mind to ultimately they want you to just tap out and give up and comply. Nigga, don't try to figure it out. Nigga, just take this and sit your ass down. But
Bro,
what you had?
Yeah, come, bro. Yeah, they just want they want the American people dumbed down, so so then for that they just like you just said, they're just gonna go along and get along and ask no questions. Shit, they already the attention span is already short as hell. So shit, and plus they got the day-to-day lives. Esau putting the pressure on their day-to-day lives to where shit, they trying to figure it out. They trying to figure out how the hell they finna eat, pay their bills, and all this other shit. But hey, bro, you get that word Psyop again, Baba Gasha?
On the word Psyop again?
Come.
Okay, come, no problem. All right, yep. So this is the word Psyop. It says Psyop is an abbreviation for psychological operations, military operations designed to influence the emotions, motivations, and objective reasoning of target audiences to achieve specific objectives.
Yeah, and the main objective is the end goal, which is the MOTB have everybody implanted, to fulfill the new world order, And then here it is, our people, the leaders of our people. You don't even hear them basically warning Israel of this, besides GMS, those that are the affiliates, man. These other camps and this, like you was going to those that have got that 501c3, man, shit, they're infiltrated. They have infiltrated, they have infiltrated these camps, man, and they got these leaders not barking. Hey, you give me Isaiah 56 and 10, Bob shot down through 11 in the NLT.
Which one you want, bro?
In the NLT, Isaiah 56, 10 and 11.
Isaiah 56, 10 and 11. Come.
Okay.
And then I said we'll swing it back to you a lot, and then I'll knock all on you after that. Isaiah 56 and 10 in the you said the NLT?
Come.
All right, let me get the NLT. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 10. It says, "For the leaders of my people, all right, the Lord's watchmen, his shepherds are blind and ignorant. They are like silent watchdogs. They give no warning when danger comes. They love to lie around sleeping and dreaming. Like greedy dogs, they are never satisfied. They are ignorant shepherds, all following their own path and intent on personal gain."
Yeah, see, in the sellout mentality, what they got, they just want to fatten their pockets. They're not wanting of the Jacob's trouble. They're not wanting of the true MOTB, the hour of temptation. They're not wanting of Esau coming down with wrath. They're not wanting. You don't even hear these men go into, the basically the major prophecies that's coming down the pipeline, man. Warning the people on basically stay on that watch. See, because as a watchman, we warning our people to let them know, hey, man, look out for this, because as the scripture goes into, these are the major things that's got to happen before Yahweh Shai come, and before Yahweh Shai come, Esau's coming, and the way he want to come, shit, he want to chip you up, and basically have you a part of his system to where you don't have any control over anything, you don't own anything, and you just a sheep. You want his sheep, a sleeping, and you basically he want to keep you asleep, man. You can get that you can get it in the KJV, Baba Shah, if you want.
Come on, bro, I got you. All right, same precept. This is the book of Isaiah 56 and 10 in the KJV, and it says, "His watchmen are blind; they are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yeah. They are greedy dogs." Oh, it's like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, man, the point of a dog is to be like an alarm, So if you're not barking when trouble comes or when there's a threat, shit, what's the point of that dog, man?
Mm-hmm.
You got it, bro.
That's his whole purpose.
Huh?
Verse 1. It said, yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain, for his quarter.
Yeah. So and another thing, just thought about, hey man, these men they got a lot of blood in their hands. Like Halak brought out last week, you know, in Souls and Me in Revelation 18. Hey, they add on to that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they shit, man. They were responsible for so much death that's finna come into the land, man. Come into Israel, you know, because shit, they not really watching, and if they are watching, shit, they you know they not speaking on it, man. Because they got that 501c3 as a certain thing you can't speak on, you know. So shit, that means bought and paid for.
Yep. Hey, cause like you said, it says they are shepherds that cannot understand. So it's not given to them to understand. So it's impossible for them, you know, to lead you. You know, your church pastor, okay, false Israelite camps, all right, your auntie, because you know niggas still hold their auntie in high regard, all right. So, but they're not set up to lead you, okay, in the way of truth, you know, and only, all right, through your house shot, you know, can you see what's really happening? Because see, really only the hopeful elect that's truly in your house shot, all right, have been detached from the psyops. You know, there's still, you know, certain things that, you know, we shaking off, you know, because there's always something that you had, you know, because I know you brothers can attest. You were like, damn, you know, you had them moments where like, man, that was some bullshit. Like, there's some bullshit too, you know, because it's a constantly process of waking up, you know, but we're conscious enough to see past the BS, you know, because Jake is still in the psyops, you know, acting like he's trying to put people on when Jake is fully controlled by the psyops, by the enchantments, man, you know.
Yeah, but say, even giving them telling them basically misleading the people, saying that the MOTB is one thing when they already know what it is.
Yep.
You know. But you know, again, that blind leaders of the blind, you know, leading our people basically into that ditch. You know, yeah. Hey, the Lord got them. He controlling their tongues to keep them in the way of basically deceiving our people.
Come.
You can make a point on that.
No, what he said, bro. It's part of the thought. I had already had it on the scripture pulled up. You can go ahead and get a lot if he got one, and then I'll make the point with brother Young Yard after he get through. Then we'll come back around.
Okay, Con, what you got, Lot?
Con, can you give me John chapter 15, verse 15?
John 15:15.
I think I might need you to read down to 17. We'll see.
Okay, no problem. The book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 15. Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you.
Con,
You got it.
Con, it was just gonna be 15 because what Yahweh done for us, we have that understanding. You know, we see what's coming through the pipelines. We see this man moves like, okay, like with the brother, what you just read, what the brother Lamar brought out about the, Teslas. We see what's going on. Not because we're we got this of our own. No, because Yahweh Shema Shah has made known to us what this man has planned. And because we understand what this man has planned, because Yahweh Shema Shah, we can see the pieces in place. You know?
I want to get that word known for you if you don't mind, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so have made known. So you get this word in the Greek.
Strong's G 1107. Norizo. Norizo.
Yeah, and you can expound on it, but it says to make known, to become known, to be recognized, to know, to gain knowledge of. You know what they say, recognize, gain. You know, it says have thorough knowledge of. In earlier Greek, it means to gain of knowledge of or have thorough knowledge of. You got it, bro.
God, Yahweh Shai has given us what? The spirit of wisdom. Because that's how you start to know, through the power of Yahweh Hashem Oshai. We said I have made known, roughly paraphrase, I have made known all things to the servant my prophets. Roughly paraphrase, I think I butchered that, but yeah.
Come on, bro. It's the
Can
Amos
you hear
3.
me?
What you had a lot? Not.
Second Thessalonians 2 11 and 12, going into the brother Young Yah was saying about Yahweh Shema Shai. He has them like that because he ultimately controls Esau. Esau is that left hand of Yahweh Shema Shai. So when we get down to that Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verses 11 and 12, that lets us know that.
Come on. And I start at 9, if you don't mind, bro.
Come.
All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, And just to add real quick, those signs and lying wonder goes into the devil's technology, man. Like that plays a major part. All right. And, people looking at this man as being above, they look at this man as a God because of the technology, that he presents, to the world, and it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved, and for shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. You got it, bro.
Like you said, yeah, I watched him outside. He's putting that the brother Young Yah was going into. He's gonna send down that strong delusion. Get that strong delusion and the blue letter, bro, by Shah, because that explains why people they just don't get it. Like we was going into earlier. The conversations ain't even the same. You can't even relate to them. That's why they think everything that deals with Esau makes sense. And the things that deal with Yahweh Shemal Shah doesn't make sense. They try to think that basically they're stuck in that. It's a mental state that has them being, it's like they're just wandering off in the desert, bro. They've been led astray.
Come on, bro. And I'm gonna get this Greek.
Strong's G 4106. Plane.
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 All right. It says a wandering, a straying about. It says one led astray from the right way, roams hither and thither. Metaphorically, a mental straying.
We always say they all over the place, bro. It says roam hither or thither. That mean they everywhere. And like Jake is all over the place, bro. One minute they over here, they believe this. The next minute they over here, they believe that. They have no foundation. Go ahead, bro.
It says error, wrong opinion relative to morals or religion, error which shows itself in action or wrong mode of acting, error that which leads into error, deceit, or fraud.
And when it says error that leads into deceit, and when you look up that word deceit, that also goes into being cunning or trickery or treachery, and that leads into basically Jake is acting like how we always say Esau has flipped the script. Esau is the real nigga, so basically Jake is out there acting like they doing the shit that Esau do. How we look at Yahweh Shemal Shah as our role models. We look at Yahweh Shah as that perfect example of how we should be acting. The 2/3 of the heathen, they act like Esau act. It's all about money to them. Everything is all about in this society and this age. That's what everything is about to them.
Hey, and if I can say that to back the brother up, man, we know Jake, man. whatever Esau has done, Jake, you know what I'm saying, takes it and manifests it, make it better, man. In a sense, you look at football back in the day. Football then started getting entertaining because Jake got involved with it and started, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. Basketball, baseball, they just take it to a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jake has taken wickedness and have taken wickedness to a whole nother level, man. He done pretty much passed Esau with the shit that they be doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
They have become more wicked than the wicked.
Come on, bro. Hey, bro, could you get one more by Baba Shaw?
What
His
you
brother
got, bro?
said that.
What you got?
Ephesians 6:11.
Ephesians.
Because we saw that word delusion goes into that it had deceit in there as well. We know deceit in the book of Genesis. It said that Esau was a cunning hunter. And this said, and here's another precept to connect him to who he actually is.
All right, this is the book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. I start at 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Come on, get that word wiles for me, bro. Baba Shaw.
Bro. That you may be able to stand against the wiles. All right, so you get the word wiles in the Greek.
Strong's G 3180, Methodiah.
And you see, right here, if you see the word method, going to his strategy, basically. It says cunning arts, craft, or trickery.
Con. And when we was going into that strong delusion, that's one of the powers that Yahweh Shem Shah has on the left hand side, on Esau. When it comes to that cunning art, that cunning arts, because it said that in the book of Genesis, Esau is a cunning hunter. And when you look up that word cunning, it gives you deceit, trickery, craft. So you have to put on, that armor of Yahweh Shem Shah. You have to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, so we don't fall into that strong delusion. So we don't fall for the cunning arts, the trickery, the craft or the deceit of Esau. So we don't fall into these things that we're actually going into. That's in the video. Jacob here, Trump say all this stuff. He gonna stop the income tax and he gonna stop this. Well, this all a part of this devil's trickery, and these arts to get y'all still. He treating you just like a fish. He throw you out there. He letting you, he'll tie the grip down on you and tie you out. Then he'll reel your ass in a little bit, with this all nice shit, the stimulus checks and all of that shit there. Then he'll turn around and tighten that grip down on you again. It's really just to draw you in and catch you. And once he gets you tied out, you going in that bucket so he can devour your ass.
Come on, bro. I got the word method real quick. It said method. All right. It says a particular form or procedure for accomplishing or approaching something, especially a systematic or established one.
God.
So the devil, he has, systems set up, for people to fail, especially Jake. No one has more, systematic, failure, intertwined into their culture like Jake. Like Jake culture, what Jake calls a culture is all for him, to fail. Death, prison, all right, a junkie, okay, or just a wage slave. I got a little more of this video I want to play. We'll get ready to close it out. And brother get their final precepts. I'm gonna play a few more minutes of this because he kind of tapped in.
very system that sustained them. You understand? For decades, the global south has been systematically stripped of sovereignty. Its governments have been reduced to admit.
And when he says the global south, he's talking about what people consider, Middle Eastern, you know, countries and nations, you know. So the nations that this devil, is constantly at war with, okay, stealing their resources, okay, that's what he referred to as the global south, you know. Let's go.
Administrators of corporate interests, corporate imperialism, their resources extracted, their populations controlled through debt, through military intervention and economic coercion, on and on and on. Now that process is being applied to the former imperial centers themselves. The U.S. isn't just retreating from global hegemony, it's being devoured from within. The institutions that once managed the empire abroad are now being dismantled at home, like the NED and USAID, and it's being repurposed to facilitate the looting of the American economy and the subjugation of its own population under the same neoliberal order that it imposed everywhere else. That's what's happening. I mean, look at what Trump has done to the federal government. Honestly, agencies that were once responsible for regulating industry, for protecting labor rights, for ensuring environmental standards, or for providing social services, it's all being gutted. It's all being hollowed out, or it's being handed over to the private sector, to private sector actors who have no interest in governance beyond how it can be exploited for profit. That's their only interest. The Environmental Protection Agency is turned into a tool for deregulation. The Department of Education is being pushed towards privatization. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, dismantled to make way for unchecked corporate predation. Even institutions like the State Department, even institutions like the Pentagon, traditionally instrumental in maintaining empire abroad, is being restructured to prioritize the profits of defense contractors and oil companies over any sort of strategic vision that has anything to do with defense. And then, of course, there's the push to shift military costs onto other nations. The idea that Europe needs to rearm itself, that NATO member states have to vastly increase their defense budgets. This isn't about strengthening NATO, strengthening those countries. It's about shifting the cost burden of maintaining global security onto others while the U.S. sells them weapons. That's all that is. It's the same game that they played with a so-called third world militaries, create instability, manufacture a demand for weapons, and ensure that the war itself remains a profitable industry, indefinite. Europe is being positioned not as a partner, but as a new frontier for security-based economic exploitation. This is the inevitable trajectory, by the way, of an empire in decline, of America's empire. America's global footprint is shrinking, but it's not because they're making a strategic retreat. It's because the forces that once wielded the empire for their own gain no longer need the facade of national power. They have extracted what they could from the world, and now they're extracting from America itself. The country is being looted. It's being asset stripped and sold off in pieces. And just as they did in the global south, they're going to leave behind a population that's drowning in debt. They're going to leave behind a government that is incapable of addressing the needs of the population, and a security apparatus that exists solely to suppress dissent. The same corporate oligarchs, the same financial institutions and military contractors that drained the global south of their resources are now doing the same to the West. This is what I've been talking about for ages now. The same economic policies that left entire nations in the global south impoverished, the same mechanisms of debt enslavement, the same manufactured crises and wars of destabilization and so on, those are now being turned inward. You all over there in America need to understand this. Wallahi, you need to understand that you are absolutely on your own. You have a kind of bear that's only in America, the black bear. It's a predatory animal and a scavenger, appropriately so. And when it goes out to find prey, to find food, and it can't find it, well, it comes right back to its den and it eats its own cubs. Forget about the chickens coming home to roost. This is a case of a hungry bear coming home to eat its young. That's what's happening. And you need to start thinking, if you're in America, you need to start thinking about your options. You need to start thinking about what resistance really means for you. Because you only have two choices, really. You really only have two choices. Either resist.
Damn.
So yeah, man. That bear coming home to eat, you know. So yeah, y'all brother had any precept?
Can
You had
I
something a
think
lot.
can I do?
What you got a lot?
You give me Ecclesiasticus chapter Ecclesiasticus chapter 14 verse 7.
Book of Sirach. There's one of the Proverbs. I just forgot about. I'll pick it up. You said Sirach 14 and 7.
Can
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 7. It says, if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness.
like a guy was going into. There's no real need to disguise it. They doing it so tacky, you know. They showing you we right now they showing you that they playing a role that they really don't need to disguise this up because they see what's coming. It's out of those who see it coming are powerless to do anything about it, and those who are are blinded will just be caught off guard. You know, all that good will do. He finna get ready to declare his wickedness. This is what this was all about. You know, all this set up for a new system and stuff like that. They're finna get ready to show his horns.
Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. And your other brother had something for not close out.
I just wanted to make a point.
You got it, bro.
You know, this is just another way of Yahweh Shai showing their power, man. Because you got this devil who's in rulership, and the Lord has stripped him or pulled the curtain down on where all things are being exposed. On every level, this man is being exposed, man, by way of the two witnesses, which is the northern and the southern kingdom, by way of the Lord's elect men, his true prophets, as well as what we would call that third witness, which is these whistleblowers, man, like the guy that's been playing the videos, man. So regardless of how much pull or how much control that this man has in this current society, his rulership, it still doesn't exceed the power of Yahweh Shai. Because every time he make a move, the Lord make another move. Every time he think he getting away with something, the Lord expose him, man. So it's just clear evidence that there's a true power at work, man. And regardless what this devil do, his days are numbered, as it's spoken in the scriptures.
Exactly.
That's all I had, brother.
Come on, bro. What you had now?
Come on, bro. You can get Psalms 124, 7 and 8, verses 7 and 8.
Psalms 124.
Come.
All right, bet. Yeah, man. So this so America, has enjoyed the luxury of watching, the American military, go out, and terrorize the world. Now that same method, okay, is coming back to America, and that show you we serve a righteous power. You said Psalms 127,
124, verses 7 and 8.
124. 124. Yeah, but that showed you we serve a righteous power. That's why the scriptures say, "Do do unto her." If she done, do unto her. Damn, keep going back one.
Yeah, do unto her double.
Yeah, do unto her double. So, all the carnage, the poverty that America has caused in the earth, the Lord gonna bring all that energy back here. What America has reaped. Okay, she's finna get ready to sow. All right, so people have been, because America. One thing about it, Americans don't give a damn what's going on in the world. Okay, as long as they got, they daily convenience. Okay, the American people don't give a damn. They don't give a damn if the next block is on fire, as long as they block up. Okay, you know.
Right.
So what?
We saw that. We saw that, bro. They said what? Them now almost all of California on fire. I don't know the exact, amounts, but people don't even see that. That's a psyop.
Yep. I got. You said 124:6, bro.
7 and 8.
7, 8. Okay, Psalms 124:7 and 8. It says, "Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth."
Come, bro. And that's what it all goes back down to. That spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah that we have been blessed with. And we always say, our Baratazah, we stay in the spirit. Our Baratazah, we have that number that has broken the snares. It has broken the enchantments of Esau Edom. And the enchantments of Babylon, how you was going into with, the rap and everything like that, the YNs and the entertainers. It's all meant for Jake. But that, like I said, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, it has been a comfort. Brothers have peaceful lives. For the most part, brothers don't really need for nothing. Like I said, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah won't be long winded. It has broken, the chains of Esau Edom. It has broken the enchantments. So we really, this devil is exposed. And our Baratazah, we continue to stay in the spirit. And Yahweh Shema Shah continues to pull into us, and we keep bringing it out. So, ball soon, bro. Mashallah.
Bro. Mashallah. Well, Lord will, you brothers and you sisters edified. We understand, like the precept the brother brought out. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices. We know that there were methods. We understand that most of everything that is presented, goes back to some type of psyops. But there's no enchantment, against Jacob, and that's the elect of Jacob. That's all right, rooted in Yahushua. That's the importance of being as close to Yahushua now more than ever. Okay, because this devil has turned up, these psychological operations. That's why it's one thing after another. It did it 1 week. Trump and Zelensky arguing the next week. Al-Azhar the week after that. So he's like, God damn. It's just back to back. There's always something. Tesla, nigga tripping over Tesla banging now. So, it'll always be something, Bronny might win the MVP, you're like, God damn.
I'm on a roll, like.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, man. But yeah, man, I just stay tapped into your house shot, man. Stay tapped into the real, because everything else is a circus out here, man. So Lord will, you brothers and you sisters edified. Till next time we say Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.